So I want to talk about the platform orchestration pattern, which I wouldn't blame you if you have no idea what I'm talking about, because actually it just got coined last month. So last month, the ThoughtWorks Tech Radar put out a new blip, and that blip is platform orchestration. So what does this mean? Because the radar does do a great job of bringing our attention to sometimes common patterns. I'm going to bring our attention to a part of that very long paragraph. Platform orchestration is a new generation of tools that go beyond the traditional platforms as a service. There's a lot of things that are sort of wrapped up in this. So the first thing we have to talk about is the fact that we're talking about internal platforms. These are things that you want to provide to your software developers and to your different employees so they can get their jobs done easily, securely, efficiently. They are products and they do provide services. That is what they are at the end of the day. That definition also talks about what it's not anymore. So we've moved beyond platform as a service. So first generation platforms, we might know as platforms as a service. They provided us an easy to use interface that solved our problems of how to put software into production. They gave us the flexibility that we needed without having to manage the maintenance of actually deploying software into production, which was great. It proved to us that services are fantastic, and we should rely on them when and where we can. We can discover what's available to us through a service. It can be managed for us, so we only have to worry about the bits we care about, and we can get access to it when we need it and in the way that we need it, without having to wait and talk to someone. So these are some of the characteristics that you want from services when you are providing them in your organization. So when you're thinking about trying to provide platforms internally, you sort of have to fall into that same challenge that every organization falls into in every place. We heard about it from observability, and we see it from everything else. Build versus buy. How do we make that decision in a generic way? In a generic way, you want to buy everything that does not differentiate you from your competitors. If you and your competitors need the exact same thing to kind of build on top of, why spend your engineering time building it? You should buy it. Now, where you are differentiating in the market against your competitors, that's where you have to build. You have to build in your processes, your experiences, your business value. So let's talk about what a PaaS is. Platform as a service is often something you can purchase. It provides you a ton of benefits that probably aren't how you as a company differentiate. How you create your test environments, how you collect your observability, how you deal with reliability, built-in security. These are all really important, but also not what helps you sell more t-shirts or whatever the business model is that you're doing, right? Get more customers. And if you're willing to talk to someone, you can get even more features, but you have to talk to sales. So why is it then that these darlings of the platform as a service model are saying that they're dying? Heroku has been an amazing tool, continues to be an amazing tool if you can rely on a platform as a service. But we're seeing the Tech Radar talk about orchestration in lieu of platforms as a service. And we're seeing Kelsey Hightower and Jason Yee talk about the fact that everyone wants these experiences, they just want to build them internally. A little bit of tongue-in-cheek there about how engineers love to build things themselves just because it's fun. But I also think what it's pointing at is a bigger problem, is that it's a challenge to build your business processes that are internal to your organization, dealing with your compliance, your processes, and use a purchase tool to do that. If you can, you should. If you're a small enough organization or you're flexible enough, buy a PaaS. This stuff is non-differentiating. You also may be able to buy a number of PaaSes and stitch them together in a way. This is the build and buy process. So first generation platforms as a service was all about providing those services that managed, on-demand, self-service, and discoverable platform, but it didn't have that collaboration aspect that we rely on. No one from those companies came to your organization to talk about how you deliver software first. Platform engineering is how the people internally to your organization can collaborate with people around your organization to scale that. So the next generation, these platform orchestrators, are providing anything as a service in your organization while still managing user-friendly and unified experiences. In order to do that, you have to build. This is your process, this is your internal. But as we know from software, if you have bad developer experience, it tends to leak into bad user experience. And let me tell you, the platform engineering developer experience ain't great. It's Bash, it's Golang, it's raw tools. So what we're building is a way to orchestrate your platforms in a bespoke way without any handcuffs so that you can manage your complex infrastructure across time. And this is some slides from a much longer talk that's on YouTube already. So go check that out.